Archangel Michael says, "There's something you weren't meant to find out this way, but the time has arrived. The silence surrounding your son is no longer safe for him, and tonight, it begins to crack open. Behind his gentle eyes and quiet smiles lies a weight too heavy for him to bear alone any longer. Something in the air has shifted, you can feel it, can't you? You've sensed his distance, the pauses in his laughter, the delay in his responses. He's been rehearsing this goodbye for a while, and now, the curtain is lifting." Archangel Michael says, "Do not be deceived by the strength he shows. That strength was never meant to be eternal, it's breaking. The one you love most is slipping into a moment where he might choose to disappear, forever. You've been praying for a sign, and this is it. You've been hoping he would say something, and now he's trying. But if you miss this moment, the truth will vanish into silence once more." Type Amen to get blessing 333. His soul has been screaming in silence. He's been hiding the letters, the screenshots, the whispers, and the clues. All this time, he's been waiting for someone to truly see him, but everyone only sees what they want. He stood under the rain that one night and hoped the sky would swallow his pain. But it didn't. Instead, it soaked through his clothes and into his skin, freezing the truth inside his bones. You think he's been moody, but it's more than that. It's shame. It's fear wrapped in a smile. He's been protecting someone else while losing himself in the process. He believes that if you knew, you'd look at him differently. That lie has kept him caged for far too long. Type Amen to get blessing 874. He remembers the night when everything changed. The phone call he never expected, the message that shattered his entire world. Since then, he's been holding on to pieces of himself he doesn't even recognize anymore. Archangel Michael says, he never wanted you to see him as broken. So he stitched his wounds with silence. But the thread is loosening, and the bleeding has returned. There is a letter beneath his mattress. He wrote it in the middle of the night when the pressure became unbearable. He never mailed it, because he was terrified of what the truth would do. The tearful goodbye? It's not just about leaving. It's about surrendering. It's about letting go of the mask he's worn for too long. Type Amen to get blessing 655. He's been crying without tears, breaking without sound. The pressure to be perfect has made him a ghost in his own story. He hides in his room not because he wants space, but because that space is the only place where the lies don't echo as loudly. Someone hurt him. Not just emotionally, but with intention. And he thought staying quiet would protect the family. He's terrified you'll be ashamed. He's scared you'll be angry. But more than anything, he's scared that you'll confirm his fears, that his pain doesn't matter. Archangel Michael says, he needs you to notice him right now. Before he walks out. Before he gives up on being found. Type Amen to get blessing 292. You might think he's just busy, distracted, tired. But he's spiraling in silence. He wakes up at night drenched in sweat, clutching his own breath. You didn't see the trembling hands under the table. You didn't see the search history filled with phrases no child should ever need to look up. You missed it, but that doesn't mean it's too late. He's been researching ways to leave everything behind. Not because he hates you, but because he loves you too much to burden you. He doesn't know that his absence would be a deeper burden than any truth he could reveal. Archangel Michael says, do not wait for him to say it out loud. Go to him. Look into his eyes and tell him he's safe, even if you don't know the full story yet. Type Amen to get blessing 718. There are voices in his head that don't belong to him. Voices that repeat the words spoken in cruelty. He's internalized every insult, every threat, every, you'll never be enough. You weren't there when it happened. But the aftermath? It's playing out right in front of you. You just haven't realized the performance he's been forced to give. His friends don't know. He hides it even from them. Because what happened made him feel like he lost control of his own life. This goodbye won't look like slammed doors. It will look like silence. It will look like a sudden calm that comes before the storm. Type Amen to get blessing 411. His heart is heavy with memories that haunt. There's a secret he's buried deeper than anyone suspects. He once trusted someone who betrayed that trust, and now he believes everyone might do the same. He doesn't need you to fix it. He just needs you to believe him. That belief is the lifeline he's searching for. Archangel Michael says, this is not just about your son. This is about your connection to him. This is your chance to rewrite the ending. His soul is tired of pretending. He needs a hug that lasts a little longer. He needs words that heal, not just advice that corrects. Type Amen to get blessing 536. He walks around carrying shadows. And you don't even realize you're stepping in them too. You're connected by a bond stronger than blood, it's time to activate it. Tonight may be the last night he believes anyone will ever understand. If he goes to sleep feeling invisible, he might wake up determined to vanish. Don't let that happen. Your son deserves a chance to stay. To breathe. To be heard without being judged. Archangel Michael says, it only takes one open door to stop someone from walking away forever. You are that door. You are that light. Type Amen to get blessing 900. You remember when he was little, how he used to run to you for every scraped knee and broken toy. Now, he bleeds internally, and he doesn't know where to run. But the part of him that still hopes is watching you, waiting. He's been holding on for your embrace, not your anger. For your voice, not your silence. For your love, not your logic. There's a notebook under his pillow. Inside it are drawings of pain, hope, fear, and resilience. He's turned his trauma into pages because he didn't know how to turn it into words. This moment is delicate. It's sacred. It's not about knowing what to say, it's about being present. Type Amen to get blessing 888. He needs you to sit beside him without questions. To remind him that he doesn't have to be strong to be loved. That even the broken are worthy of peace. Archangel Michael says, his breaking point is dangerously close. But so is his healing, if you act now. If you love louder than the voices trying to destroy him. There's someone who knows what he went through. And they're scared the truth will come out. They may try to silence him again. But you? You're his protection. You're the wall between him and everything trying to consume him. Type Amen to get blessing 646. He might not say thank you at first. He might push you away. But don't stop reaching. Because inside him, there's still a child who believes you're his hero. That belief is flickering like a candle. You can either let it die, or you can shield it until it lights again. You are being divinely guided in this hour. The pull in your chest, the heaviness in your heart, it's not random. It's your spirit aligning with his cry. Archangel Michael says, you were chosen to read this for a reason. It's because this moment is the difference between healing and loss. Type Amen to get blessing 777. There will come a time when he will tell you everything. The night he wanted to disappear. The day he lost faith in himself. And when he does, your reaction will shape his entire world. Make sure your face speaks love, not shock. Make sure your arms remain open. Let him cry. Let him yell. Let him release what he's buried. Because only then will the goodbye he's planned in secret turn into a welcome back to life. Because only then will the shadows step back. And your son, your beautiful brave son, will finally begin to breathe again. Type Amen to get blessing 444. He's been scared to let you see the trembling parts of him. But deep down, he's praying you'll reach in and pull him out of this darkness. He's been trying to pretend he's fine, but that performance is unraveling. Someone once told him to man up when he cried. That one sentence stuck like a dagger in his mind. Now every tear he sheds, he hides behind a locked door. The walls in his room have heard more truth than any person around him. He's whispered confessions into his pillow at 3 a.m. Those whispers deserve to be heard by someone who will love him through them. Type Amen to get blessing 122. He thinks vulnerability is weakness. He doesn't realize it's what will save him. But he needs someone to show him that softness isn't shameful. He's been told to be strong. But no one told him how to heal. And now, he's bleeding internally while smiling externally. You've seen his eyes drift away during conversations. That wasn't disrespect, it was pain pulling him somewhere else. A place where he wonders if he even matters anymore. Archangel Michael says, if you don't reach for him now, someone else will. And that someone may not carry the light. That's why this is urgent, this is critical. Type Amen to get blessing 688. He's replayed past moments in his head 1,000 times. The mistake he made, the secret he kept, the thing he witnessed. It's all carved into him now like markings on stone. His voice has been silenced by guilt. He believes the truth will ruin everything. But what he doesn't understand is, it will free him. Freedom doesn't mean forgetting. It means allowing healing to move in. But to do that, you must first knock on the door he locked shut. Archangel Michael says, knock gently. Speak softly. He's fragile right now in ways even he doesn't recognize. Type Amen to get blessing 234. There's a message buried in his drawings. A clue in the lyrics of the songs he's playing on repeat. A cry inside the poetry scribbled in the margins of his notebooks. He didn't choose this suffering. But he has accepted it as his identity. You must help him remember who he truly is. There was a time he dreamed freely. Now those dreams are wrapped in caution tape. He's afraid to believe anything beautiful can last. But there's still a spark in him. Small. Flickering. Tired. But not extinguished. Type Amen to get blessing 319. You were given this child for a reason. Not to mold him into perfection, but to love him through his imperfections. He needs to know he doesn't have to explain everything right away. That silence can still be sacred when surrounded by patience. That presence can speak louder than words. Archangel Michael says, do not force the truth out of him. Let it unfold like petals. Let his trust return one breath at a time. His sadness isn't weakness. It's a sign that he feels deeply. And that depth is a gift, not a curse. Type Amen to get blessing 555. There's a person from his past who stole his innocence. Who took what wasn't theirs. Who left behind a hollow echo of who he used to be. He's ashamed, even though it wasn't his fault. That shame has poisoned his confidence. But your love can be the antidote. He's waiting for proof that not all love will hurt him. Be that proof. Be that protection. Tonight, go to him. Not with confrontation, but with comfort. Not with questions, but with quiet understanding. Type Amen to get blessing 811. Sit beside him like you used to when he was afraid of thunder. Rub his back like you did when he had nightmares. He may look grown, but his heart still remembers. The goodbye he's been planning doesn't involve shouting. It involves silence. The kind that creeps in and never leaves. But this doesn't have to end that way. There is still time. There is still hope. Archangel Michael says, the angels are standing guard around him tonight. But they need you to step in now. You are the bridge between his collapse and his breakthrough. Type Amen to get blessing 642. He once wrote in his journal, would they even notice if I disappeared? Those words weren't poetry. They were a quiet scream. You are his lifeline now. Not because you're perfect, but because your love can anchor him back to safety. There's a secret buried beneath the rug of your home. An incident that has grown mold in the silence. You need to shine light on it, not to punish, but to release. The goodbye he imagines isn't what he wants. He wants to stay. But he needs a reason stronger than the pain. Type Amen to get blessing 717. There was a person in his life who manipulated his kindness. Who smiled in front of you but whispered damage behind closed doors. And he never told you, because he didn't want to hurt you. But in trying to protect you, he hurt himself. He's been shouldering your peace while sacrificing his own. And now he's breaking under the pressure. You need to let him be a child again, even for a moment. Let him weep. Let him exhale. Archangel Michael says, one moment of true listening can rescue a soul. Let this be that moment. Let tonight be the beginning of his healing. Type Amen to get blessing 929. His goodbye letter may still be unwritten, but the thoughts have been forming. Don't let it reach ink. Don't let his silence become permanent. You were meant to read this today. Not yesterday. Not tomorrow. Because now is the sacred hour. The hour where redemption is waiting behind a single touch. A single, "I'm here for you." This message is a divine interruption. Because heaven is intervening on behalf of your son. Because love always arrives before the fall, if we are willing to listen. Type Amen to get blessing 303. He's not asking for you to fix him. He's asking for you to sit with him in the broken pieces. And to not flinch. There's a fear in him that the truth will destroy everything. But the truth can also rebuild, stronger, braver, more whole. You just need to welcome it. Archangel Michael says, healing starts with presence. Not perfection. Just a heart willing to love without condition. Go to him. Hold his hand. Let this not be a tearful goodbye, but a tearful reunion with life. Type Amen to get blessing 744. There's an ache in his voice you haven't fully noticed. It trembles when he says, "I'm fine." But those two words are hiding oceans of grief, shame, and confusion. You've always believed he was strong. And yes, he is. But even the strongest warriors get tired of pretending they're okay. There are days he walks among the living but feels like he's vanishing. He doesn't want to cause a scene. He just wants someone to feel the silence he's trapped in. Archangel Michael says, his soul is flickering like a light bulb on its last breath. But it hasn't gone out. It's begging to be seen before it's too late. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. There is a voice inside him that keeps whispering, "You're too much, and never enough." That voice didn't come from him. It came from someone who fed him lies wrapped in affection. He's questioning his value because no one has truly reflected his worth. He doesn't need praise, he needs truth. He needs you to tell him he's worth loving, even when he's struggling. The tears he holds back are not signs of weakness. They're signs of strength, of endurance, of fighting every day when giving up seemed easier. But he's growing tired now. This is the crossroad. Where either silence wins, or love interrupts. Type Amen to get blessing 875. You've felt the distance. But tonight, that space must shrink. You must cross it, even if you don't have the right words. He won't ask for help. He thinks that would make him a burden. But help him anyway. Love him anyway. The messages in his behavior are subtle. He doesn't cry loudly. He slowly disappears, one layer at a time. The goodbye he's planning may not be physical. It may be emotional. A detachment so deep, even your love can't reach if you delay any longer. Type Amen to get blessing 606. He remembers your words from years ago. The ones you didn't think twice about. But they still echo in his mind, words like knives carved into memory. You didn't mean to hurt him. But now you must heal what silence hasn't. And that begins by being humble enough to say, "I see you. I'm sorry. I'm here." Archangel Michael says, this boy, this young man, is still holding on to hope. But it's slipping. And your touch, your voice, your love, can be the net that saves him. No more delays. No more assumptions. Tonight is sacred. Type Amen to get blessing 888. His story deserves to be heard. Not filtered, not corrected, just heard. Let him speak without interruption, without judgment. Let your arms be the safest place he knows. Not the place where he feels pressure to pretend, but the space where masks fall and truth lives. There is trauma in his chest that he hasn't named yet, but it lives there. It shapes his posture, his reactions, his fears. Someone once betrayed his trust in the most unimaginable way. And now, trust feels foreign. But it can be rebuilt, through you. Type Amen to get blessing 505. Tonight, heaven is knocking. And the knock sounds like a whisper in your spirit. You feel it now, that ache to reach out, to say something, to hold him. Don't dismiss that feeling. It is divine. It is urgent. There are some things he'll never say out loud. But if you lean close enough, you'll hear his heart crying for rescue. Don't make him cry alone tonight. Archangel Michael says, this goodbye doesn't have to happen. Not if love speaks louder than fear. Not if you act now. Type Amen to get blessing 234. You were meant to be his protector. And you still are. Even if the danger is now emotional, invisible, spiritual. Don't wait until he collapses. Don't wait until the note is found. Don't wait for the funeral of connection. You can revive this relationship. You can help him remember who he was before the pain. And show him who he still has the power to become. He is your son. But he is also a soul in crisis. And you are his divine interruption. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Even if he rejects your comfort at first, don't stop trying. Even if he says, leave me alone, stay nearby. Because what he truly means is, don't give up on me. There is a fear inside him that no one can ever love the real him. That if the truth came out, he'd be abandoned. Prove that fear wrong. Tell him, you don't have to carry this alone anymore. Say it. Even if it shakes you to say it. This moment matters more than you know. What you do tonight could shift the entire trajectory of his future. You have more power than you think. Type Amen to get blessing 999. If he cries, hold him longer. If he confesses, listen with grace. If he can't speak, let your presence speak peace. This is no longer about what's easy. This is about what's necessary. This is about life, about legacy, about redemption. He still remembers when you used to hold his hand crossing the street. He needs that kind of protection again. Not physically, but spiritually, emotionally. Archangel Michael says, this is your divine assignment. You are being chosen in this moment to stop the goodbye. To trade silence for healing. Type Amen to get blessing 111. One day, he will look back at this time. And he'll either remember that someone reached for him. Or that no one did. Lu. When he's too tired to fight for himself. You are more powerful than you know. Your love is louder than the lies in his head. Let that love be the shield that saves him. Archangel Michael says, tonight is not about fear. It's about rescue. It's about redemption. Type Amen to get blessing 333. This is the final whisper before the silence takes over. This is your cue to act, not react. To hold, not question. To stay, not step away. A tearful goodbye is near. But it doesn't have to be permanent. Not if you choose to turn this moment into a beginning, not an end. Go to your son. Let him feel the power of love that expects nothing. Let him finally know he was never a burden, but a miracle. He has carried too much alone. But tonight, that ends. Because you saw this message. Because you believed it. Because heaven chose